Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Hi, my name's Readus, and I want to teach you how to properly apologize on the internet. With the way social media is nowadays, deciding to join any of its many websites, even as a semi-public figure, can be a nightmare for those who act a damn fool. Wanna be a dick on Twitter? You'll be canceled quicker than you even got your verification check. Wanna be racist on Facebook? Well, prepare to be unemployed, bitch. Wanna be problematic on Tumblr? Let me get back to you on that one. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to apologizing on said platforms, people just don't know how to do it properly. Example one being this Doja Cat person. Look, I'm 30, y'all. I don't got the patience. She's currently popular right now for creating the meme trap song, Bitch I'm a Cow, and came under fire when it was revealed that she regularly used LGBT slurs in her previous tweets. To which her response was, I called a couple people F-words when I was in high school in 2015. Does that mean I don't deserve support? I've only said F-word roughly like 15,000 times in my life. Does saying F-word mean you hate gay people? Do I hate gay people? I don't think I hate gay people. Gay is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an apology. This is justification. Instead of identifying her actions as problematic and realizing why they are, she's unsuccessfully trying to convey that just because she uses a derogatory slur doesn't mean that she hates the people that the derogatory slur are aimed toward. It's like when a racist white person says, I don't hate black people, I just hate N-words. Or even worse, when a black person says the exact same thing. And speaking of which, let's talk about Mike Coulter, aka Luke Cage from Marvel and Netflix's Luke Cage series, as another example of improper apology etiquette. He recently came under fire for making this tweet regarding how Bishop Charles Ellis groped Ariana Grande during Aretha Franklin's funeral this past weekend, only to follow up a few days later with an apology, saying that, and I quote, it was intended to point out the absurdity of the act itself, complete and biting sarcasm. And while this apology was in fact better than Doja Cat's when it came to acknowledging the problematic behavior in question, at the end of the day there was still a blatant attempt to save face by saying that the tweet was supposed to be sarcasm. Such an action is tiptoeing on the borderlines of excuse-making, which attracts members of the cancel party quicker than blood in the water attracts sharks. Nevertheless, there are still ways that Mike Coulter could improve on the apology that he already has on Twitter in order to come off as more sincere, but I'll get to that in a minute. But since we're already on the subject, let's use the good bishop as our third example. He told the Associated Press regarding the groping of Ariana Grande that, quote, maybe I crossed the border, maybe I was too friendly or familiar. The way he phrases this apology makes it sound like he's trying to detract from the overall severeness of his actions, which is something that you should never do. And it's through these three apologies that we have a good idea on how to not craft an apology on the internet. Do not justify your actions, especially if you know that they are problematic in nature. Don't make excuses for them, and do not detract from them. If you were the one at fault for whatever it is that you are on the internet apologizing for, then either take responsibility for the behavior that people are pointing out to you, review the content or act that people are complaining about in order for you to see why it's problematic, or both. Actually, both. Do both. Both is good. However, there's still one more thing you need to do well after the apology is made, and I would like to point it out in yet another example. This is Huck. Huck is an asshole, which I'm sure you all probably already know. And while he doesn't have social media because he doesn't want to be brainwashed by SGWs and Hillary Clinton, he recently came under fire at his unwanted place of residency for calling me a slur that rhymes with bigger maggot. Well, it's true. Now, Huck actually went out of his way to not do all the things that I just mentioned as far as making things more difficult for you as far as forming an apology, and actually went out of his way to see why the things that he said were problematic. Did I accept his apology? Fuck no. Why? Because he refused to do anything after the fact in order to show me that not only was his apology sincere, but that he was going to be better from that point onward. And that plays a big role in how one properly apologizes, not just on the internet, mind you, but also in the real world. Review and take responsibilities for your actions. Don't undermine them with excuses, detractions, and justifications. And prove that you are better than what you were initially called out on by properly changing. After all, that's how Jim Gunn was able to properly prove to all of us that he was capable of changing when his problematic tweets were brought up the first time when he was first initially hired to direct Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. If the Bible has taught me anything, other than the fact that Old Testament God really needed his dick sucked, then, fuck Leviticus, it's that faith without works is dead. So make sure you put in the work to back up the apology you have faith in posting on the internet. Otherwise, you're dead to me, bitch. Thank you for watching this PSA on how to properly apologize on the internet. But if this wasn't to your liking, I'm sorry you felt that way.